Hello and welcome to another interesting session on Momentum X. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited you are here. And I'm excited particularly with our guest. He has not been around since last year. And I'm happy to have him back in the studio.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
You're welcome. I mean, you've not been in the studio since last
Quite
year.
a while, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. And I believe our audience are also interested to hear what you have for us today. And are also excited about the discussion today. So, I'll suggest you get yourself a note also, your notepad, and then take down notes. We are talking about a subject matter that I feel is going to be very, very, very interesting. The gig economy. The gig economy. What is it? How does it work? Now we are going to hear that from our guest. The gig economy.
Yeah, the gig economy.
Tell me about it, or tell us about it.
So, the gig economy, the entire term is quite simple, and it's gotten from musicians who usually do gigs instead of signing a permanent contract to work with record labels, right?
Yeah.
So, the gig economy, right, it, in a very simple term, it is a system where people work and earn through flexible jobs, right? You don't have to take a long-term employment. For example, freelancers, people who videographers and graphic designers. Exactly. So that's literally what we refer to, or the kind of people we refer to when we talk about the
gig economy.
Gig economy.
Basically creatives.
Yes, mostly creatives, because it's something to pay attention to. Because recently I was doing a research about the gig economy, and I realized that it is expected by 2032. Yeah, by 2032.
Yeah.
The gig economy is expected to generate about $1.85 trillion globally.
$1.85 trillion
globally.
That's quite huge.
I'm telling you, that's a huge amount of money. So it's something Nigerians need to pay attention to. I think Nigerians should pay attention to
I think so too.
The gig economy, because when you look at the model of employment, or the system that Nigeria has been operating with for a very long time, I think it no longer works, because we used to have a system where get a degree, serve after your NYNC, and then probably a job is waiting for you. But
exactly.
Unfortunately, that doesn't work any longer.
Yeah.
We don't have a system where we ensure that after you are done schooling, you will get a job. So
Exactly.
I think young Nigerians should focus on the gig economy. I mean, $1.8 trillion.
That's quite huge. I think everybody should pay attention to that.
Yes, it's actually huge. It's huge. So what we should focus on right now are the kind of skills that will be relevant in the probably next 10, 15, 20 to 30 years.
What are those skills?
Now, looking at it from a general perspective, the world is becoming digital.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is almost being digitalized. So you need to look at where the world will be in the next 30 years and begin to position yourself. Look out for the relevant skills. For example, AI is something that will be integrated in a lot of things. So if you are a graphic designer, you should be able to know the AI tools that are relevant within your field and begin to position yourself. Know how to use the AI skills to optimize your own skill. You already have a skill, but how do I make my work simple using AI tools?
I know a lot of... How do you make it simpler? How do you make it better?
Exactly.
Yeah. How do you enhance the timing?
Thank you. So something happened recently. Somebody asked me to do something, and I took a long period of time, and he did it within a very short period of time. And he said something to me. He said that efficiency, he said time is currency. So, and these are things that I could have done within a very short period of time, but I was looking at sitting down to take my time to do it. Meanwhile, there are AI tools that I could have taken advantage of to be able to get the result that I needed
faster.
Exactly. So a lot of things are being digitalized. So you need to look out for the tools that can help you make your work better in a professional way.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that you will be
dependent on those tools.
Exactly.
You put in your creativity exactly. But you are able to utilize and harness those tools in order to get efficiency.
Exactly. You know, the digital system works in a way that what you impute is what you get.
Exactly.
So if you are not creative in your approach to it, there's no way you can get something very creative out of what you give, because
you
what
have
you
a
impute,
very hard time trying to create something.
Exactly.
If you are not creative enough.
So definitely, it is not going to take away your creativity. You still have to be creative to be able to make something that will make sense, or to be able to create something that will make sense.
100%, I agree with that.
It's very crucial. So positioning yourself, looking at where the world will be, and then positioning yourself, it's probably the best thing you should do. So you asked about the kind of skills. So I spoke about AI, artificial intelligence, right? Videography, is one of the skills. Coding, web development, and all of that is also part of the skill. And funny enough, trading is also part of the skill. Exactly.
Trading.
Exactly. Let's not dive.
All right, let's throw that seed today.
So basically, these are the simple skills, but you can check there are in fact, they said that about 85 million jobs will be created before that time.
85 million jobs
will be created.
How many Nigerian youths do we have? I think if we hope on that, into that space, we should be able to have a lot of Nigerian youths, in that space.
Exactly. So it's and you see the advantage of the gig economy is it is flexible. You can work from home. So yesterday I went out to get something outside, and funny enough, you have to queue before you get it. Before you buy. So I was standing on the line, and somebody came dressed up in a very good attire, definitely going to the office to work. And the woman that was supposed to serve me, I was supposed to be served before the woman, and the person serving said, "Can I please serve this woman because she's going to work?" Unknowing to her that while I was standing there, I was actually working. Exactly. Do you understand? So I was working on my phone. So it's flexible. You can do it remotely, and it gives you access to the entire globe, because I am here in Nigeria and I can have clients from the UK, the US, and from the entire continent, at least.
Everywhere. So far they can access you from online.
So it is flexible. It gives you access. There's no limitation. Literally, there's no limitation. So, and there are a lot of platforms that connect you to clients. For example, you have LinkedIn, you have Fiverr, and you have Upwork, and all of those things. So these are platforms that connect you to the rest of the world, and it keeps us together. So all you need to do is to ensure that what you are giving out to the world has to be the best, because people are not just looking for who can solve their problems. They are looking for people who can solve their problem in a better way. If you have been doing something, you need to learn how to upgrade.
Scale up.
Yes, apart from scaling, you need to upgrade on what you are doing, because over a period of time, people will get used to what you are doing.
Exactly.
And of course, we want creativity. We want something new. We always want to see something new. And I'll always go for someone who will give me something in a different
something
way.
Better, something new.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it doesn't. I think it's an opportunity for every creative. To be able to be more creative within short period of time. Like something happened. Is it yesterday? No, I think some days back, maybe 2-3 days back, where I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw this guy that posted an AI model he built.
Okay.
All right. He built this AI model, and I took interest because I just wanted. It's very creative, and I wanted to try something like that.
I wanted to replicate
something like that, and this is the idea. Before now. Before the introduction of AI to enhance building 3D models, and then videography to enhance videography and the rest, because I'm a videographer also. All right. So before the introduction of those things, it takes a very long time for someone to be able to build a 3D model.
Okay. Was it like an animation or something?
An animation. Oh, wow. Yes, an animation. So building the character is another thing. Then building each scene that the character, what the character does.
Wow.
Okay, let's say you want to build an ad for your platform. And then you wanted to, is a solution platform that provides a solution. And you wanted to build an AI that is sitting on a bed, wake up frustrated, scrolling through the phone, and then all of a sudden came across your platform, and then boom, he found solution to how he can get the day done within a short period of time. To develop this idea, first of all, the idea itself, and then the character, and then the stitching of the video, the effect, the sound. And this takes a lot of time.
Yes.
Sometime, I think I remember once I was working for a company that needed something like this, and it took them how many weeks to get the person that will be able to do it. And then after we got the person, it took us another weeks to wait for the person to develop to develop that. Now, learning this skill, I was able to do this within the short period of time, like the shortest period of time. Yes, if you take out the time that is needed to get someone to be able to develop that, and then the time he will take creating that, that's locally, all right? That's a whole lot.
Yeah.
But this is something which probably, let's just give it a time frame, which took him 2 weeks to build, and I'm able to do that within 1 day.
Oh wow! Within a day.
Within a day. That's
probably within few hours.
Within few hours. I just don't want it to be over exaggerated.
Could you drop the link to the video?
I'll drop it
so that everybody will see what you're saying.
I'll attach
his model and your own model, so that
I'll attach his model. I'll attach my own
these
model.
Things are true.
Yeah, and I even want to give out the process, because the person also gave out the process of how he was able to achieve that.
Oh, nice.
And I also want to help young creators also give out the process which they were able to do that. So you can sit down within your comfort with the help of those tools.
Yeah.
Get it done faster, get it done better, because it's just the idea in your head.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just for you to be able to generate a very good prompt. Yeah, have a knowledge of prompts. They call it prompt engineering.
Yes.
Prompt engineering. You engineer your prompts well, and then you give the AI, and it develops step by step, and you come up. So I think it's
it's cool. I watched an interview of one of the fathers of AI, Goddard, that's his name, and he said that there was a project they were working on. He said for them to be able to build that entire model, it will take at least, 3 years or so, like he said, and it will require 350 engineers.
350
at least, to be able to put their heads together to develop it. Guess what?
Yeah.
They did it in 3 weeks with an AI model. They did it in 3 weeks, and guess what? They didn't get what they wanted. They deleted it and start all over again.
Wow.
So what would have taken them years to be able to build
3 years?
Yes.
Was
they
compressed
did it in 3 weeks
with the right
and
tools.
They don't need to hire a lot of people to be able to do that.
Yes, because they have eliminated that 300 engineers that is needed. So short period of time, less spending.
Yeah, cost.
In less cost you spend.
They don't need. There was no need for them to pay 350 engineers.
Exactly.
So, but still, if you look at it, they still need experts, people who understand how to operate the AI models to be able to help them do that. So, it's something that the gig economy, actually, if you are a young Nigerian and you are confused, probably you are done serving, or you are still in the university, or you are in secondary school, if you come across this video and you are thinking of where to focus on or what to do, just study the gig economy. There are a lot of opportunities in the gig economy. I mean, $1.85 trillion. It's
exactly 85 million jobs.
Just look for a little percentage is enough to settle your life.
Everyone needs to just jump on this information.
Exactly.
And then see how they can, like you said, look at the end. I mean, the long-term plan is, thank God is projected.
Yeah, it's projected.
Projected. So look at the projection from here, this year to 2032.
Yes.
Which is how many years from now? So you look at the years, the length of the years, and then you position yourself. And then, growing into those things, you give yourself time to, you don't just wake up one day and then
you start operating.
You started operating some things. Maybe you should give, I think it was Dr. Amali in one of our sessions where he was talking. He said, if you give yourself a daily, let's say task of achieving something, by the end of a very long time, you will be able to see that accumulatively you have built much more than
the compound effect.
Yeah, the compound effect it will be much more than you trying to
do a lot at once. That's true.
So just simple things that matters. Today, take 3 minutes course. Probably not just 3 minutes. But you can take as low as possible. But make sure it's consistent, and then make sure a day is not passing without you doing something about that. When you continually do them to build over what you are doing, you discover that at the end of the day, you have built a very, very robust information for yourself that will help you and also help in whatever you are doing. So if there is one more thing or one advice you would give to young Nigerian in this our age and time, what would that be?
So I'll probably say quite a couple of things, but I think every Nigerian or everyone watching this video needs to be visionary, in the sense that we all walk in the direction of our sight. If you don't know where you are going, they say that any road will take you to. And most of us live based on the principle of fatalism, which is very unfortunate, meaning that most Nigerian youths or most people don't even have a goal. They don't have something they want to achieve. They just want to wake up and see things become better. But that's a myth. It doesn't exist. If you don't work things out, things will not work.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So you need to be visionary. You need to know exactly what you want to achieve at the end of the day, or within a very short period of time, or within a very long period of time. So you need to be visionary in your approach. Number 2, you need to understand the law of value.
The law of value.
Yes, because value is what attracts. So you need to understand the law of value. You need to study the law of value, because I wouldn't have been here if not for value.
Exactly.
And nobody wants to associate himself with a failure.
True.
And what makes you relevant is the value that you have as a person.
100%.
Exactly. So you need to understand the law of value. A mango tree never tells you that I'm a mango tree, come and pluck.
You just know
that there's a mango tree and I
fruits.
need this. Exactly. That's what value is. So if you have value in yourself, people will naturally be attracted to you. People are looking for people of value. People are looking for who can add value to them. So you need to study and understand the law of value very well. And then the last thing is that don't just offer value, offer unique value.
Offer unique value.
Don't just offer value, offer unique value. If, for example, I sell products, would you also sell the same products?
Yes.
What will make my own product more preferable than yours is the uniqueness attached to what I'm offering. So people will always look for people or the individuals that can offer them value, or that can offer them unique value. There's something uniqueness does to you. I don't know if you understand. It spices up the entire thing.
Exactly.
You are doing it the same way, but there's a touch of excellence in it, and it sets you apart from every other person. So what will make me leave one person and go to the other is because of the unique value I get from that person.
And I think I want to make a point on this, your point. All right, especially to young creators.
Yeah.
Right. We have some creators that are afraid of doing things differently. They feel like, let me not do this and be different. Yes. This is not the normal way of doing things and all of those things. And that's where uniqueness come in.
Exactly.
I think everybody should be able to embrace his uniqueness.
Exactly.
It should not. Yes. Everybody should be able to embrace his uniqueness, not minding the normal way of doing things is.
Yeah.
I think the people we celebrate today, we celebrate them because of their uniqueness.
Exactly.
And at some point, everyone that stood out, when they started doing what they were doing, they look odd to the general people at some point. At some points, they were criticized.
Mm-hmm.
At some points, they were rejected.
Exactly.
But they
At
kept
the end,
persisting,
they were
and at the
celebrated.
end, everybody is celebrating them.
Exactly.
So I think if you have something that is unique, your uniqueness, you should not shy away from it.
Exactly.
You should be able to boldly declare it. You should be able to embrace that. So uniqueness.
In case you are getting confused, just make sure you stand out.
Stand out in your unique way.
Make sure you stand out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you. So any other thing you want to say?
That's the end. Just to make sure you stand out in everything you do. Make sure you stand out. Make sure you stand out. Be the first. Be the most preferred in everything you do. Just think in a way that sets you apart from every other person. That's just the little advice I have for everybody watching.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for appearing here today.
Yeah, thank you.
And for dishing out this value too. I think everybody will agree with me that this is so informative. This session is worth it. If you have watched this video to this point, I believe you agree with me that this session worth it. Now, in the last video I posted, I talked about the restructuring we've been making on this platform, and then now we are opening the platform for every person that has value. All right, you have value and then you want to share your value with us, you want to be on this podcast platform, you can reach out. I think I'm going to put a barcode by the by the side of this video. So just do well to scan the barcode and fill up the form to be part of us. We have upcoming events. We have a meet and greet session coming. So in case you want to be part of that, you can also scan the barcode. And also, if you want to partner with us for the events or sponsor the event, also scan the barcode. Most importantly, subscribe to this channel. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next session of Momentum X. Thank you so much, and bye-bye for now.